Hello, hello. Alright, so just to show where we're up to, I've been going through and updating a lot of the props and models inside the town when you first start the game, so that the game looks a bit more consistent and nice. So you can see the round bushes are gone, the round starting platform is now a square starting platform. Mr. Blue Hat's got a nice wizard tower. Some little bits of grass. There's a nice new lamp model. This crate's obviously wrong because it has a diagonal on it. You can't have that. Some lamps. Little bits of grass around the place. Just generally trying to get things all up into the one art style. This bench is completely wrong, so we'll have to replace that today. And I notice there's a lot of empty spaces where we could just stick some trees if we had a suitable sized tree model. So that is what I am currently working on, which is a nice fir or pine tree. So if I just finish making this thing up. Give it a base. Some grass at the bottom of it. Working in voxels is very quick and easy because you just sort of, it's like doing 8-bit or lesser art, you know. It's you can get a lot out of very, very little. Don't want this to be too noisy. I want to keep to some simpler shapes. Yeah, if I'm going to round the edges though, the edges are going to have to be, like for the paths, I'm going to round the edges there. I have to be a bit careful how I do that because I can't precisely use an actual round corner because that's exactly what I'm trying to get rid of. Trying to keep the art style consistent. So what I'm going to do is, this is quite blocky, so I'm just going to try and go for like a classic pine tree shape, so the profiles just kind of have to get a bit more pine tree-ish. Because I'm going to rotate this one model around a bunch of different ways to really get the some variety out of it. So if you look at it, you can see that these slopes kind of stick out a bit correctly now when you get the profile. And on this side, it's gone all Bob Ross over here, some happy little accidents, but that's fine. It'll just make it feel like it's different trees, even though it's only the one model. Yeah, that's good now. Just, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so we'll just shade it a bit. Maybe let a bit of tree trunk stick through. So for there to be some tree trunk, there needs to be some holes for us to be able to see the tree trunk. So let's fill this in a bit so we can see some tree trunk in there. I like it. Definitely tell it's a tree, but there's some oh, that's not correct. That's good. Okay. Oh wait, that should be way deeper in than that. So at the moment this is just 2 colours. That should be deeper into. Yeah, I like it. Okay, she's good. Now I'll just do a little bit of shading on this tree. So it looks like a really nice tree, but as you can see, you kind of lose some of the definition of where the shape of it is going. And so to break it up, I'm going to grab the middle rings of it in between where it flares out, like here. And I'm just going to grab the current green color. I'm going to go one shade darker, and I'm going to replace those greens with a darker one. I'm going to do that down the tree, so that green there, replace it with a darker one. That green there, replace it with a darker one. And that kind of breaks it up just a little bit visually. And just above that, we'll go to a slightly lighter one. So on these sticky outy bits. Just being very rough here. It's like actual painting where you can sort of sketch it in a little bit. And so it's you can't even really tell straight up what I've done, but you notice if it's not there. You know, you notice if it doesn't get darker in the shadowed areas and it doesn't get lighter on the light areas. So this is going to have a texture applied to it. So what I might try, just for the sake of it, I can undo this if I don't like it, is painting some radials into this. Just straight down. This might look terrible. Makes it much more busy, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm going to put the tree in the lobby. And I'll just use a slightly darker one here, just paint some darkness into this too. So I've got my own export tool that takes these Magic of Voxel tools, and I can either convert them into parts, which we use for the enemies in game, so we can shatter them and fire parts everywhere when they die, or I can just convert them to a very nice FBX that is vertex colored, which means it is very cheap to render this thing. Even with a lot of different colors on it, it's not using, doesn't even use a texture to draw, it just uses a single mesh with no material on it. Now this is good because it means I can actually use the concrete texture, the concrete material, or any other material type. I think concrete's the best though, to make it look like, to get more bang for buck and a bit of texture out of the mesh in the game. So I like that. I'll save this as tree variant 1, and we might come back and do another one. Environment tree variant 1. Pull up my tool, which has an FBX importer. Okay, that's done. And we just jump over to the lobby. We'll see how this thing looks. So import voxels. I don't want to rescale. So there it is. It comes in pitch black, but we can vary the colors a little bit. So yeah, it's a nice looking tree. But if we pop it over to, first of all, make it anchored, we'll turn off the collision, because players aren't going to touch these things. They're all going to be in clipped off areas. And we're going to change the material to concrete, which we'll get up close so you can see the difference. So that's what it looks like at the moment, and then you apply the concrete material. And you get, it darkens, and you get a very nice subtle noise that just really makes it feel like it's made out of something as opposed to just looking like a computer model. Oh, by the way, you guys see the town from up here? You probably don't get to see it from this point of view very much. I see it like this all the time, of course. So the trick is you don't want to make it too, you can't stick the camera on roughly the right angle, and then pull it back so that it doesn't really occlude, or scale it, and then move it so that it doesn't really occlude the footpath too much. We're sticking in the ground, I'm close enough to it. And then his friend can be bigger. And I rotate him and he looks like a completely different model. Oh my god, it's two different trees. Yeah, that's cool. And I wanted another one of these back here. He needs to be a bit smaller, because same reason I said before, if players can stand behind him, it's not super great. Maybe he can come up a bit. So these big trees are super ugly, but I made them really quickly and for a different project. I think this one is way better looking. Keep getting my mouse caught on the clip. I wish you could have put them on a separate layer in this game, but that doesn't happen. Bring it back from the footpath a little bit. Yeah, it looks super nice. So I'll start sticking them around. We'll just mess with the scales. Gosh. These two can be the same height, but I'll just move one up, one down. Okay, so now when we come into the game, assuming I didn't goof anything up, feels much nicer in here now. Some big trees and some little trees, some bushes. These bushes feel like they should be pushed more into the corner, but yeah. Can't really hide behind it. We'll get your camera stuck in it, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Let's check out this one. Cool, nice. No, this one doesn't interfere with the camera at all. There's some little bits of grass along the edge here now, which is nice too. Another tree. Can hide here. You can also hide here. I suppose it's not really hide and seek unless you can actually hide, so I'll leave it. not many concurrent viewers tonight, which is surprising. That's fine. The interesting news today is just how many players we have on live. It's quite astonishing. There's the most organic amount of players that I think I've ever had, which is funny because you put so much effort into a project like this and you always get shocked when it doesn't do well. A little bit depressing actually, but them's the breaks. You don't build this. You build a game like this on Roblox. You know it's not your normal sort of social multiplayer experience, and so you get what you get. I like it. I like it. I'm going to stick some more of these around other parts of town, and then I will push it live. This bit of town over here is quite boring, so we'll stick some here. How are we doing? Are we actually getting it stuck into the ground? Yeah, we're doing it. Oh, I can actually tilt this one a little bit. Oh my god. This one's probably way too blocky. Bring it down in size a bit. Move it closer to the front so that there's more room behind it. I like it. Yeah, I think that looks great. Trees. Trees and grass. You're right, the edges of the footpaths should probably be rounded off a little bit. What I will do is I'll rip those footpaths out and I'll replace it with a voxel based footpath. We'll leave the grass, but we'll put a footpath material in. We'll do that next. My gosh, this is really starting to come together. This looks great. I'll push that live, publish to Roblox. And then dungeon shooter, and we will tell it to migrate to the latest update, which I'm doing now. Yep, done. So in the next 5 to 6 minutes that should be the latest in town. So what we'll do is we'll crank these footpaths and we'll pull them out. They've served their purpose. Oh wait, that's a decal. I've got some shadow decals scattered around the place. Alright, so there's no footpath anymore, which honestly looks better already because it was kind of blocky and ruining the aesthetic of things. What is this thing? Oh, it's Mr. Fox. He spawns there. I forgot that. You can go somewhere else, Mr. Fox. You can start over there or something. That looks terrible too. That bit of footpath can maybe be turned into like just improve the shape of this a little bit. Where's the other red bowl? There it is. Something like that, just to give it some different edges. And then I will make some footpath up. So let's go do that. It's great. Don't need to do anything else with this thing. So footpaths I think will be around 21 by 21 by 21. Not sure what I just did. Is it grid or something that I turned on? Not sure what this grid is. That's unfortunate. Well, it doesn't matter. I can work with it anyway. So pick a nice dark green for the footpath. And we'll go. We can tint it in game. And all we're really caring about here is making a nice kind of kidney bean shaped footpath piece. And then we're going to color it. Actually, what I could do here is, because I know that we'll do it this way. Need a slightly darker green, so give it kind of like a nice lip for where it's sticking out. We'll just be like, I don't like that. Well, I don't know how this will look. I have my suspicions it will look terrible. We'll give it a go. We'll see how much bang for buck we get out of this shape. Might need a few of these to make it work. Thank you for the compliments, guys. I appreciate that my hard work on making the map look better is paying off. This is an experiment. This might not work. This next one. So let's see how we go. It's definitely too shiny when it's made out of plastic. Look how shiny that is. About there. Can't have any collision detection. And it needs to be anchored, and it needs to be concrete. Maybe it could be a little lighter. Concrete dims things a bit. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so this could look terrible. I've never done this. This is an experiment. I will quickly create a folder and stick things in here. What the heck is all that? Oh. It's getting a bit disorganized in here. What? Fine. What? It moved it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go through and add some random variants to these things. First of all, on the z-axis so they don't clip each other. Then I'm going to randomly rotate a couple of them. And then we're going to see what that looks like. Oh my god, that looks terrible. See, this is why we do experiments. That's supposed to look like a footpath, but it does not. It looks... gosh, I don't know what that looks like. So it's because footpaths don't have changes in height, so let's go back. They tend to have straighter edges. So let's see how this looks. Best pet rarity, I think, is, I'm not sure actually. Is it legendary? I kind of like the exotic ones. They might not go up to 6, but they have the best models. It looks better when it's all the same height, but there's obvious problems with that. You know what I wish I had done? I wish I had kept a copy of the this before I went and deleted all the other footpaths out. Alright, let's try something else. First of all, let's get rid of the dots because they don't look any good. And let's go to a more neutral color. And we'll try this. Re-import it. And Just one moment. I just realised I shouldn't have that open. So get out of here, pals. No one loves you. And we will import path 1 again. So already it looks better because it has some contrast with the surrounding terrain. Obviously, I'm going to have to stop Z fighting. So this is a bit of an experiment. We'll come up with something that I like before the end of the stream, I'm sure. Alright, so let's do all the other bits and pieces we need to do. Can't collide. Switch the material to concrete. Anchored true. And now let's mess with the colors on this a bit and see if we can't find a material that doesn't look better than I mean, that obviously looks stupid when it flickers, but let's see where we're at. Well, the thing is, if I put it all at the same height, you get Z fighting issues when they intersect each other, which is that weird flickering you get. I mean, it looks like there's mud all over the thing now. It doesn't look like a path or something that you'd like to walk on. Probably because it's too thick. I can certainly make it look thinner. Because the path should be the opposite of raised. It should be... Time for experiments. flatten them out. See what we get. Make it more like a decal. That's interesting. Obviously I gotta sort out the Z fighting, but I think we're approaching something here that might actually work. The flickering's terrible. Okay, so I know what works now. Single layer, dark edge has to be the shape that I want to use. Okay, I can do this. That's not right. So it should be like 100 long, 20 wide, 10 high. And it's literally just going to be a (2D) sphere, about 3 wide. Four wide. So I'm just going to build a nice footpath. I'll fix the edges up on some parts of it in a second. Cool. Then give it some edging. Because the edging looked pretty good. I just realized this. Yeah. There's actually a different texture I want to use on this than concrete. There's actually a grass material. I should have used that to begin with. Alright. So I'll make a few of these, obviously, to accommodate different length paths. But they're quick to make. So let's see if I can make this look like a good bit of footpath in the area where we have it. Right. Path long. Change the model type using my tool. Turns a magic of voxel file into an FBX file. You can also export it into a script that'll make the parts, but I don't care about that right now. And then import the path long. These guys can get out of here. It's grass now. Might be a bit too dark. Because green multiplied with green is going to be a darker green. Can collide false, anchored true. Scale it quite flat. Getting somewhere. Might have to it's a bit dark, but I think the technique is the correct one. Thoughts on channel? Yes, no? Bit brighter, right? Set it palette. Just double the brightness of both of the color values that we used. Except the edges should be a bit thinner in a few places. Get rid of these little 1 pixel bits that don't look so great. I like it. Re-import that. All right. Let's just fix up the anchoring and the collision and see where we're at. Can I add a tree in town? What do you mean by adding a tree in town? Like these things? I've just been going through and adding trees today. These trees here. Oh, maybe you just missed it, but there's these sort of trees here, like this. Is this what you meant? Yeah, definitely going to be adding some more of those today. I'm trying to make town a little more visually interesting. That's the first part of today's stream. Maybe that's still a bit bright. Hey, maybe that path could be a bit darker. Oh, it didn't keep my color change. I think somewhere a bit brighter than that. Yeah, okay. So that's one bit of path done. We'll have to make up some smaller custom sections for other bits. Little tutorial arrow. So we've got a bit of Z fighting going on here. You can see it's sparkling away. So all we have to do to fix that is just make one slightly over the top of the other. Maybe scale that out just a little bit there. Maybe I've just ruined everything by doing that. Yeah, I definitely have. It was better back how it was. I will adjust the tutorial to sit on the path better. Not perfect, but let's see how it looks. In hide and seek, if yellow do a reset character, she can move before in map before the game starts. Well, that's just being a bad sport, isn't it? People, you know, if you have flying cheats, you can use those too. It's like if people are going to cheat, they're going to cheat, right? And I think the footpath looks much better. I think that arrow should be more to the left though. So this is about another 1, 2, 3 segments longer than this. So I think I'll make it its own custom mesh. So this one is 100 long, and so I'll make a new one which is 160 long for in town. Sometimes making stuff for games is as boring as this. There's one in town, so we want kind of like a starting area or at the gate where it's worn a bit, and then it's gonna be a long path that goes all the way up to the well where it fans out a bit again as well. I think that's good enough. And now I just need to darken the edges, which is easy to do. Just run this thing along the edge a little bit at a time so that the undo will work if we do a bit we don't like. Now I'm wondering if I'm not doing this the wrong way around. And I should swap these colours and make it darker in the middle. Like that. I think that might actually look better because it looks like it's more worn in the middle then. So that's the outside edge and that's the inside edge. Means I have to redo the other one, but that's fine. So that's the footpath up to the well now. You see it like that. Anything obviously stupid with it? Looks pretty good. Very nice. Bit thick. Bit dark. Too bright now. Somewhere in between. Maybe rotate it just a little bit. I don't even know why I still need the tutorial arrows. See how this looks like. Hello, I'm good, thank you very much, Ferris. I am working on decorating the town a bit today, making some custom footpaths, trying to figure out what looks better, like whether to have the dark in the middle of the path or the dark on the outside of the path. You know what? Out of the two, I'm not sure which one I like better. I think this whole path is just too dark. The raid boss is Mega B. There's a large bee you can fight if you go to, I think, level 5 with a bunch of bees equipped. You'll fight a very large red angry bee. So if all 4 players put on bee masks and go to level 5 and fight the boss, there is an extra boss. And there's a bonus boss at the end of the game if you go all the way there too, on the same run. But it's really just something silly. It's from the very early parts of the game. This well feels like it should be made out of concrete, not out of plastic, so I'll fix that. Set material. Right. There's the bee mask. So if you put that on, it should be pretty self-explanatory what's going on. I don't know why that sometimes faces away from you. Where's the bee mask? Is it over here? Nope. Must be in the other section. Yeah, I think the footpaths look pretty good now, actually. Yeah, the bee mask. Put this thing on. And then you go to your pets. And put some of these on. See, I'm all beat up. Got bees for days. And now if I fire up the game proper. Hello, what am I up to? Well, we were decorating the town, but now we're going to quickly run over and check out the bee boss. So I've got bees for days. So bees are angry. They appear in the pots. I'm just going to use a cheat code and skip to level 5. The buzz. And I'm going to go to the boss straight away. Oh geez. What a tough room. Oh, I've got the wood quest. So you go in here and you fight this boss. Oh, Mega Bee comes out and she fights. Mega Bee is a much tougher boss than you should be used to fighting at this point in the game. It's really not that tough. It's just a bit of fun because you don't expect a big fat bee to come out. Quite a lot of hit points, but you're supposed to be fighting it with 4 people, so that's why. Oh, and there's another phase if it gets down to half health. Oh, third health. Oh, it turns big and red and enrages. Jesus. I'm gonna get taken out by Mega Bee here. How embarrassing on my stream. Right, I got a radish. And I would have got the achievement. Kill the raid boss, completed. You got a cool badge. See? See how cool I am, everyone? Yeah. You got a cool badge. Okay, so now you've seen it. The rocket chickens may be worth it if you want a really cool pet that can go all the way up to level 6. But if you're not going to put the time into leveling it up, it's not worth it. Because the main thing about it is that it can level much higher, or the same level to 6, which most pets can't do. Only the other legendaries, like I believe Mimic, the tiny Mimic can go to 6, and I think some rainbow pets can go to 6 too. Does it even say as much? Yeah. You can go up to level 6. If you're not invested in leveling your pets up, do not do it unless you think it's cool looking. And I think it's cool looking, so. Look how cool it is. Oh, I've got 2 tiny ghosts. What else have I got in here? Look at it. Look at him. Look how cool he is. This little rocket riding chicken. Alright, so this footpath, I think the color scheme is better the other way around. Where it's dark on the outside, lighter in the middle. Like this. I think that looks actually better. Kind of looks like a water stain. So I'll switch these two around again. Yep, okay. $334 players right now. That's cool. Can you make a secret path to town? What does that mean? What would you like to see? A secret path to town or inside of the town? No, I haven't fixed that yet. Not fixing that bug tonight. It involves too much digging through data and finding out what's not working. The 18 stars thing. But I will fix it at some point. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to have a lot of players. I think the game's pretty good. Sometimes I'm a little bit surprised I don't have players. But, we'll see. Maybe they like it now. Okay. You know, if you look at the Roblox front page and some of the obbies are super low effort and they've got 3,000 people playing them, and I'm just like, I don't understand this platform, I think. But suck it up and keep going and see where we get to. Get out of here, path. I like the scale of this one, so I think I'll keep in mind the scale. What's its size? Hmm? There it is. Interesting, interesting. That's it in plastic. Yeah. Let's go see how we're doing. Can you mind making another code? We'll do a code at the end of the stream tonight in about an hour. So I'm about halfway through the stream now. And at the end... Oh! There's a problem. I forgot to anchor it, so I'm able to push this footpath around. It's sliding. Oh, there it goes. That's an accident. Anchored can collide. Building time? Yep, that's what the code will be. It will be building time. Congratulations. How about renovations? Yeah, that looks great. Look how nice that path looks now, guys. Path into town looks way better. And this one looks pretty good too. Scale's a bit wrong on these pixels, but... I was a little bit skeptical at first, but that one's way too long. Medium. Yeah, it's basically the same color. So if chat wants to do a bit of a Q&A with me, now's the time to do it. So I'll take questions while I'm streaming. So if you want to ask questions about the game or the project or anything like that, I'm happy to answer them. Nice to have some company while I'm tinkering away on the project. Yeah, that looks really good. I think it will be a bit wider, but I really should just remake it at the proper scale so the pixels are square. They're a little bit rectangular now. Yeah. Oh well. How is my... What is the question? How am I? I'm good. I'm good, actually. I'm pleased that the project is getting some attention, which is funny because it's 3 years old. I would expect it. A lot of people know about the project now, but it's never really done front page numbers on its own without getting a charity feature from the Roblox guys themselves. So the fact that it's doing okay, doing 350 players on its own legs is a really nice feeling. I think if I make some little shorter pieces of Footpath segment, it's going to look really good. Grab all this out. Haha. Amazing. Okay, that was kind of... Just want to change it just a tiny bit so it's not immediately recognizable as the same piece as before. How is chat tonight? How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a nice weekend. Getting some recreation in. Yep, I will do a new code at the end of the stream. Because I have to push a new build of the town live, and when I push a new build of the town live, I will push it live with a new code as well. And just so I don't forget, I will go put it into the game right now. So I'll go to the codes. And you can actually see all of the different codes that have been ever available. And I will make a new one. I'll give a loot box for renovations. That's it. We have a new code. It's not live yet. It will go live at the end of the stream when the new build goes up. Funny, it's exactly the right length for this part. I like it. Maybe I should use the long path there. Yes. not shutting down the server to make the new code work right this second. You just have to wait until the end of the stream. Like I said, be patient. Okay, so this looks good. This doesn't look good. And this looks good. This looks cool. I like it. Okay, so one more bit of footpath just to connect here to here. So it's got to kind of do a dog-leggy thing. And I would say we're done for the evening with modifying the town. I need pet ideas. So chat. Did you see the bug with the invisible wall? People can get out. Let me go check that out right now. Oh, one of the invisible walls is missing. Okay. Okay, I will check that out. Where was it? Was it here? Whereabouts in town was the invisible wall missing? I'm looking through the clip now. Can't figure it out. You want to spoil it for me? Yeah, the screenshot on Discord doesn't show me exactly where the problem is. It's kind of zoomed in. So if you know where the problem is, just let me know in chat so I can go fix it. I can't see it. Yeah, I'm going to build a zigzag path here. So I think the length is about right here. Just need to make it wider. One of the unfortunate things is things are, I think, mirrored when I bring them in. Or maybe not. I'll assume they're not. And I will... Was this the right length, this thing? Let me just measure it again in game. Okay, no, it's too long. Oh no, it's exactly the right length if you don't count the steps. So if we go, cut that bit off of the step, cut that bit off of the step, grab this bit, move it over here, and go. Nice bendy path. Well, I know which squares it is, so I'll just do it a different way. Like that. Yeah, you should make your own creations in Roblox Studio. Definitely should go and make your own things. You never know what's going to be successful on the platform. Who knows? You might make the next greatest hit. That's certainly not going to be me. I kind of want it to be more of an organic shape. Rid of them. Paint up the edges. Yeah, looks good. Dog leg. Hey honey, what do you spend your night doing? I spent my night making footpaths in a voxel program. How interesting. Nailed it. Hello. You have a new pet idea. Can you draw it? Yep, okay. If you have a pet idea, go for it. I want to add a new pet today during the stream, so I will definitely take drawing suggestions. I'll go make that right after this. A little spider. Just a tiny spider. Okay. Well, I mean, I tried to avoid spiders in this game because some people are arachnophobes and don't like seeing spiders. But I will give it a go. I think that would look better if it was touching right up against it. Yeah, that looks good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that footpath looks really nice now. Okay. There's no chest pet, just a mimic. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, I think the footpath looks great like this. Look at that, look how nice that is. I'm gonna need to push that down just a little bit. But one of the super nice things. Oh my god, look at how many triangles are being wasted drawing grass underneath everybody. I think I can save everybody some frame rate if I go and delete some terrain. Look at all that grass. Look at how many wasted triangles drawing grass. Oh my gosh. Not that performance in town really matters, but let's grab all of these paths and make it a little bit lighter. Not quite that much lighter. Okay, I like it. It actually looks better. I think this actually looks better if it clips into the wall a little bit. Yeah. Let's give it a look. Do I think about working on this game with other people? Yeah, I've thought about it from time to time, but it's hard to find anybody who really wants to work on it. To be blunt, it's a really big project with a lot of history and a lot of code, and it's just not that many people interested in working on a project like that. I've approached a few people in the past about it, and frankly, people get dollar signs in their eyes, and it's like it's more about how much they're going to get paid for the project more than anything else. Yeah, I thought I had the scale of that one off. I have had taken contributions on the game over time, like Monster Unity made the Jester hat, and there was a ninja hat made for the game by a fan as well. So there's been contributions over time which have made it into the game. Yeah, that looks sweet. Okay. I'll add a couple more trees and then I will push a build. Well, definitely room for some trees there, right? Hey, did anyone find out where that hole in the fence was, by the way? It's alright if you didn't. I will go figure it out myself in just a minute. The clip gets in the way when you're trying to select things all of the time. Alright. One more tree. Sticking him over here on the hill. So you can get a good look at him. Alright. Now I'm going to go figure out where this hole in the wall is. Okay, nice, those footpaths look. Okay, let's go find out where this hole in the wall is. Well, the clip's wrong there. You can't even get on the wall. No, I'm free. I'm a freebie. I can get over to the old pet shop. Alright. Wow. Well, that explains why it's wrong. How did that happen? Okay, that looks correct now. Just give it a quick run around and make sure it's alright. I do take hat suggestions. I take all sorts of suggestions. But just because I'm taking a suggestion doesn't mean it'll make it into the project, you know. It's a lot easier to do cool suggestions now that we have active abilities. All of the passive abilities, I think the good design space for that's pretty much all being poked at. Someone said they wanted to add a secret passage in town. What did you want to see there with the secret passage in town? Because, I mean, there is one secret passage already. Oh, that's not right. That shouldn't be dancing around like that. But there's a secret passage here with a list of previous contributors and people who've done cool things for the game. There's a code and everything. What are the two things you noticed about the suggestions channel? Oh, I'm glad everyone knows about that. Alright, well I think I think it's looking much better now. That bush there. I feel like she should be sitting on the corner more. She's really cute. Oh my god. I wanted to add more NPCs, her brother and stuff. That looks cool. Grab some grass. Nice, nice. One quick check over it. And then I will use my remaining 25 minutes to quickly whip up and add a spider pet to the game. That doesn't feel right. I'll just quickly fix that. That's the thing that spawns the sign. Let's move it over just a little bit. Okay. It's nice. So all the way to the point where you start the game, there is lights the whole way, which is super nice. I didn't replace the park bench, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Save to Roblox and publish. And now I will go and migrate to latest update. So that code's live now too, renovations, so you guys can use the new code. I will take a quick screenshot and post a Twitter update for it as well. I can't turn off the UI from my screenshot, which sucks. Used to be a button for that. They must have broken that in the latest update. Let's rearrange things so we can take a nice screenshot. There we go. New dungeon shooter code. Renovations. We've been making town look a lot nicer on screen tonight. Mostly footpaths. Okay. Roblox dev dungeon shooter. Cool. Looks good. And let's go do the last thing, which is create a new pet. So pets models are tiny. So we'll start with a tiny, tiny little box. And pets have to be green. You might not understand why, but it's so that we can have them in different colors. Any color that's green gets tinted in game to any of the pet variations. So okay, so there it is. It's a spider. I hope you like it. So the thing about spiders is they have 8 legs. And they have a big fat butt and a little tiny front bit. So to make a spider, we're going to need more voxels than this. So this can be the front bit. And at the back, we want a fat butt shape. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. We'll leave it. Got little spinnerets on the back. Make the butt even fatter. So yeah, that's your basic shape. And then legs all sort of if we're going to make it cute, you should have little chunky legs and little chunky fangs. I might need to go a bit bigger with this thing to get any resolution on the cuteness. And I don't really need a neck if they're being cute. So if he's cute, he needs tiny little fangs and big black eyes. That doesn't look cute at all. Smaller black eyes. And because it's a spider, they have more eyes on the sides. Yep, it's got a bunch of little eyes. They have 8, right? So got 8 little eyes and little fat legs. Little butt should be raised up in the air more. Okay, so I was wrong again. It's going to need more room. Tiny little spider. I think we can go without the extra eyes and just go with something like that. You know, he had thicker legs before, and I think that looked better. Even if you can't individually see them as well. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll sort of make the head follow the shape of the eyes a bit more. So that will make it look cuter. I'll make his fangs a bit wider spaced. Yeah, that's cuter. Yeah. I haven't been watching chat at all, so let's see what you guys think of that. He does kind of look like a... Now he's... Little tiny eyes make it meh. You want the big, creepy eyes. Okay. More like that, huh? It does kind of look more like a shrimp than a spider. Maybe if I give him an even fatter butt. What do you think? Is it just me, or do the crystal skulls not seem to fit? What do you think they should be? If you don't think they fit. Yeah, I like him. It's a spider. He does spider things. Pretty good, I would say an 8 out of 10. That's pretty rude. Okay, let's... The reason he doesn't look spider-like is because his legs are too short. Real spiders have long legs. And they tend to not spread them out, which is what a crab does. They tend to bring them back underneath themselves because they are delicate and all sort of come to a single point. That's better. Now it looks like he's standing on his legs and he's more spider-like, and that's better. It's just better. So spider. Give him more of a fat belly underneath. It's certainly tiny. Remember, we're only going to see it this big. Like, eh. Okay. It's going to be like that big on your screen. It's going to be tiny little spider. So let's get his coloring right. Okay, so white fangs. Yeah. Little white spinnerets on the back. And I'll let you colour his butt in, but his legs and stuff are all going to come with predetermined colours. His legs are going to be brown. Because I said so. And his front head is going to be a different colour too. Cool. And you'll be able to colour in his butt with whatever colour the pet is. I think it looks fine. I think it looks like a good spider. It's a spider. Spider, spider, spider. Alright, I'm going to add an animation frame for him, so he'll just have two. And his animation frame is his legs stay the same, but his whole body just shifts down. That's it. So it's just... You know, I think I might have actually gotten that perfect right out of the gate. Let's see. I think the back leg was better with the side pieces, just so he flares out more. Spider. How do I take screenshot in Roblox Studio? If you're on Windows, hit the Windows key Shift and S to clip a region, and that'll copy that to your clipboard. I use it all the time. Okay, let's... I only have 5 minutes left to finish this pet up, so let's be super quick. Tiny spider. We'll have to use the other import method for him. And then I'll show you just how easy it is to add pets now, seeing I've updated my code. Tiny squid. We'll find out where he lives and we'll use him as a template. Tiny spider. Oh. It's quite large, so we'll make him quite small. Tiny spider. And go to the pet script. And we'll cut and paste the tiny octopus. And we'll call it tiny spider. And its model's name is tiny spider. It's 2 frames. We need to come up with some fun text. It's like, he is from Australia and bites. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so I'll give myself a give pet tiny spider. Oh wait. Give pet Mr. Chicken Rocket tiny spider. And there he is. You can see him in game, but he hasn't, unless he's green, he's the wrong color. Where is he? I have so many bats. Oh, here's a green tiny spider. Did he change to green? He did. Give pet. Yeah, I got a blue one now. Another blue one. Yeah, got little spiders now. Maybe I'll get rid of that red stripe on his back. I don't like that super much. And maybe I'll make his body color different. But yeah, little spider. Give pet tiny spider rainbow. Here he is, you can see his rainbow now. I think I might make his whole body green and just color his legs in black. Yeah, I think so. I'll get rid of the stripe off his back. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... I want to set that to green as well. Different green, but slightly darker. And then his legs, too dark grey. Yep. keep his little white fang, so. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit more spider-like. Give him little pedipalps. The problem with this is I have to do his animation again now. Make him go upwards instead. Yeah, that's much simpler. Okay. What do you think? Little shines on the eyes like that? Yes, no, maybe. No. Make tiny spider a little bit bigger. Let's have a look at him. Read your message. Can you make a tiny pet dragon? Maybe at some point, but not tonight. Oh god, tiny spider's kind of huge and gross. Yeah, it definitely looks more spider-like now. I'm going to take him out of the pool of randomly attainable pets and let you get him off. Add him to the pool that you can get from Skull Grinder. I'll do that and then I'll push it live. Random false. I'll put him down here. Where is Skull Grinder script? Click Soul Jelly. So where's the Soul Jelly quest? Tiny Ghost, Bun Bun, Giraffe, and Tiny Spider. He will give you one of those four. The loot pool. I am going to add a one blue eye, very rare sand slime as a secret boss in an upcoming update. For all the sands people out there who really want to have a bad time. Okay, I'm going to save that, and I'm going to publish changes to package, and then I'm also going to go to the main game, and I'm going to pull down the changes to the package. I'll run this and then publish it. Publish, and publish. And that's the end of the stream tonight. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to call it there. I only like to stream for a couple of hours at a time, just while I'm starting out. And I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So thank you very much, everyone who came by. Remember, if you have any suggestions, pop them in the suggestions channel. I don't always get to comment on or read everything that's a suggestion in the live stream, but I try and pay attention. Thanks very much, everyone, and I'm going to button it up here.